Hi, good evening, folks. In this video, we're on the eve of free agency. Let's talk about it. Coming up. All right. I'm sorry I'm a little late, guys. I'm just getting it's after 10 o'clock my time, and I'm finally able to do this. So let's do this now. All right. I want to get something straight. I know I talked about getting Grubauer yesterday in the videos, and the main reason I think of getting him isn't just so we have good goaltending, and it really is to help develop the kids, because kids get confidence, and when kids get confidence, they grow up. They start to get better, right? And if you have a backstop that's pretty solid, you know, if you have a guy that's stopping pucks for you, you're feeling pretty good night after night after night after night. Especially if you're on a franchise that there's no pressure, but you're getting this good goaltending night after night. Helps the kids develop a little quicker. This is was my thinking yesterday. I guess I should have tossed that in there. I don't know about you. I've got this feeling we're going to be more active in free agency than I was thinking, because we've got a lot of money to play with, and we've got some signings we got to do, of course. But we've got some cap space open where we can make a little noise on the team, you know? So I think some of you might get what you wanted. Some of you were talking about getting a centerman, things like this, which is, hey, look, I'm just going to trust what Adams does. I really am. I'm all in with this, whatever they're planning. I got to be. I'm a fan. So I'm all in. You know, I'm not going to look for negative. I'm not going to look for reasons of we're going to fail. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I have to see it first to believe it, you know? It really, at one point, I actually thought Botterill was doing not a bad job. I really did. Once upon a time, he made some pretty solid picks and trades, and everybody starts on the Ryan O'Reilly thing, not realizing that he was really coerced into that by the ownership. Well, it's not about that right now. You know, it's about tomorrow. Historically speaking, guys, we haven't done very good in free agency, as you know. Numanen's probably the last guy that I was like, yeah, you know, like that really worked out, right? And if we could go along that line of not going after big price names, but if we go out and get 3-4 free agents that are reasonably priced and all want to come, and they all sign, that means they want to come to Buffalo. Now, remember what Adam said. I was thinking of this. Adam says he wants players to come who want to come there. Nobody's going to sign on a dotted line unless they want to come to Buffalo, especially if they're not making a ton of money, right? So let's see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what opens up, because this could be the eve of the Jack trade. It could happen tomorrow. It could, you know. So we're going to see what happens. It's going to be a bit of a sad day as well, because I'm sure we were all on boat with this guy Eichel's just awesome and everything years ago, right? And here we are, you know, like. And I refuse to look at it like any other thing except he gave up on management, and I don't believe in that. I just don't believe in quitting on a team. I don't believe in it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Even if things look bad, I just don't believe in it. I don't believe in giving up. Call me old school, you know, it's just the way I am. We live in an era where there's a lot of spoiled brats in the NHL. And I'm not calling out Eichel as a spoiled brat, no. A lot of spoiled brats in the NHL, there is. I mean, you got all sorts of guys in legal trouble and everything, and they're still going to get contracts elsewhere. I just hope the Sabres, are just smart who they bring in, if they bring in some names. And if we're going to bring in anybody and spend the money, please let it be a goalie. We could use a guy like Grubauer for 4 years to get this franchise back on track, I believe, to get this franchise back on track, to help the kids develop, and come back to respectability. I mean, that's all we want right now. We're not thinking of Stanley Cup. We're not thinking of deep playoff. We're not thinking of anything except just becoming a respectable franchise again. And I think that would make all of you happy. I know it would make this guy happy. I'd be just happy where, you know, we have a team that has a winning record again every year, and the young kids are getting better, and then we can then talk about then in the future where we maybe can go. But right now, it's a matter of getting out of the cellar and staying out of it, you know. And I think we're going to do it. regardless if we get Grubauer or not. I believe the Sabres are going to get out of it. But I think we should make an aggressive pitch. I want to go over that again. We should make an aggressive pitch to this guy, and we should call him right away, before anybody can. Because if we throw a number at him, a little bit more than other teams might, because I think other teams are for sure going to hit 6 and maybe 6.5. One of you posted 7. Sorry, I forget who it was. We might have to go that route. We might have to go that route. And it wouldn't be a bad contract. It really wouldn't be. No, because this gives time for our goalies to develop. It would be, we would get enough value out of it. We would. Even if his numbers on Buffalo, which would be worse, of course they would be. They're not going to be as good as on Colorado. Not yet. You know, and then they fluctuate a bit and they start getting, you know, and we start getting a little more confident. Team starts playing well. I really think we should do this. I would be happy, or at least try. I'll be just happy if I heard that the Sabres were in on Grubauer. If I hear that, I'm like, wow, cool. I'm glad, you know, Adams is looking out for our best interests in certain areas, you know. So I guess that's about all I got to say in this one. I'm a little excited for tomorrow. I am. I'm looking forward to this. I'm a fan, so I like watching this stuff. You know what I mean? I like watching it unfold, and at least this time we won't get like a leak who's signing where, right? So it should be fun. It really should be a fun day tomorrow. I'm really hoping that I can do a video later on in the night and all of you are excited for some reason. I just hope. God, we're such a good fan base. We deserve that, you know? We really do. God, we've suffered enough. It's been a hard few years, God. You know, so we haven't had a very fun time. It's been a hard thing being a fan of the Buffalo Sabres, but we're a stubborn fan base, we're a proud fan base. And we're sure as hell an intelligent fan base, so you can't fool us easily. And this is why I was talking about this trade with Jack yesterday and all this. And we're not fooled easily, so you know we're not gonna get swindled in that deal. And it might not happen tomorrow, and it might. It might. People are gonna see who gets snagged first, and they might be saying, okay, if these guys get snagged before we can get them, we make the pitch for Jack. That could be what's going on in one of the franchises we're not even thinking of. There's no way to know. There's no way to know. There's no way to know. Could be New Jersey. There's no way to know for sure. You know what I mean? So I would prefer it's one of the lower teams so we can get high draft picks for next year. That would be preferable. I would hope, you know. All right, I'm going to do one more video and then I'm going to call it a night, guys. But I wanted to touch base on this. I did. I want to touch base and I want to make sure there's no division and we're not hating and some are and some aren't. I'm not hating on Jack at all. I'm just fed up with the drama. All of you should be. The ones that want to keep Jack, the ones that want Jack gone. All of us should be fed up with the drama. I think we all agree with that, right? I mean, it's enough. It's enough. God, it's making our franchise look even worse, you know? Like, I just want it done so we can move on, you know? All right, I'm going to see you folks in the next video. I think that's about all I wanted. There's something I want to touch base on. If I think of it, I'll see it in the next video. How's that? See you in the next one, guys.